welcome to Ride Alongside. Today I'm on the Prescott Circle Trail. It's a 55-mile loop around the city of Prescott, Arizona. And I highly recommend riding part or all of that if you ever visit Prescott. I decided to ride up the Ranch Badger Connector Trail, which is this piece of awesome flowy single track. Thought I'd give you guys a bike check of the Trek Stache for May of 2020. So the Trek Stache this one is a 2017, I believe. It started its life as a Trek Stache 5. It's an aluminum frame and it's a size 18.5. And originally I had it set up as single speed. I switched between single speed and geared very often. Right now I'm running a 11-speed drivetrain, 1x11, and I guess we'll start off with that. So I have an XT rear derailleur with the clutch system. The cassette I have on there is an XT 11-42, and up front I have an absolute black oval 32 chainring on the race face affect crankset that came on there. And it's got a press fit bottom bracket, and that was the one big thing I worried about on this bike. I heard horrible things about press fit bottom brackets, and I wanted a threaded one, but went with it anyway. Haven't had any problems with it at all. This is a piece of kind of industrial Velcro that's starting to peel away, and I highly recommend that as a chainstay protector. It works really, really well. So I need to replace that piece, but it's lasted, let's see, over 2 years now. So that's a good piece of kit there. The stranglehold dropouts are pretty far forward. I like that it manuals and wheelies really well in that position. It manuals and wheelies really well regardless, to be honest. And then I have the M8020 trail pedals. I have a video where I've weighed these against the M785 pedals, which are the XT pedals that were the generation before these. And now there's another generation of these pedals, so I'll have to check those out. I may pick those up real soon because I need another set of pedals. But these ones are getting pretty well worn, but they've been great. No play in the bearings at all, and I've been riding them hard on multiple bikes. Looking down below, this is the original free range QuickStrap, and I have reviewed that recently. I love it. It's an amazing piece of gear, and originally I didn't know if I'd like it so much. Piece of gear that I use all the time now. And then I've got a Zeffel. It's a 1-liter water bottle. I forget the name of it, but maybe I'll annotate that later on. Moving up, I got a Specialized water bottle cage that I picked up. Those ones are good. This is nice because it's hard to fit the water bottles in the triangle here, and so that one, it fits in from the side here, so you can see you just pass it through there and it clips in, so that's nice. Then I've got a Blackburn, I believe it's called the Outpost Cage, and it's just mounted on with the 2 bolts there, and it works just fine. Usually I'll carry like an Nalgene water bottle or something like that there, but today I have the bottle pod with my spare tube and some extra sealant and tire lever and the Lezyne tubeless repair kit that I reviewed. That's a good piece of kit too, but anyway, I've got that there. To the rear wheel, I have a Velocity Blunt 35 rim laced to a Hope Pro 2 Evo hub, and that hub is not a Boost 148 hub, but it's got the Wolf Tooth Boostinator kit on it. So you might be able to see, maybe, there's a spacer that pushes out the rotor just a little bit, and then there's this end cap that's a little bit bigger. And Wolf Tooth recommends that when you use the Boostinator kit, to go from a 142 to a 148 millimeter wide conversion using their kit, that you redish the wheel. And I haven't. You can maybe see that it kind of leans to the right a little bit more in the chain stays, but I haven't had any problems with it at all. And I've thrown around that rear end a lot and haven't had the wheel go out of THRU, haven't had any issues at all. So I'm good with it. I'm doing a long-term review on that Boostinator kit. It's really good. That's the short version of that review, and you can stay tuned for that. That brake rotor is the stock brake rotor that came with it. I would prefer to have an Ice Tech rotor, to be honest. I've been looking at those and maybe thinking of purchasing one, but it's been working great for me. And those brakes are the stock brakes too. I don't even know if they're Dior brakes. They're just they're the plain Shimano brakes. I'll show you the levers here in a second. So I think that's it for the rear wheel. Oh, this green valve stem is from Cush Core. I got Cush Core in both wheels. It's the 29 plus version. A long-term review on those are going to be up very soon as well. I've already recorded both of those videos I just mentioned, and so I just have to edit them, put them up. So stay tuned for those. All right, let's not make this too long-winded. The saddle here is a Brooks Cambium 15, and it's the first time, this is the second ride I've had on it. It was a Christmas present from my in-laws, so thank you, Mary and Ken. I appreciate the saddle. It's working out well, and I love my Brooks Team Pro on the El Monsterace, so I figured I should try a Brooks saddle that isn't leather, and lots of people I know like the Cambium, so I figured, all right, we'll try that out. And so far so good, but only 2 rides, so I haven't experienced the dreaded squeak that a lot of people get from these, and I'll let you know. I'll do a long-term test on this too and put up a review eventually. But the seat post is the one up 170 mil drop. I have the shim in there to reduce it by 50 millimeters, so it's currently at 120 millimeter drop, so that's why it's sticking out so much there. It's routed through this internal port, and it goes up to this lever right here, and this lever was a gift from my wife. This is the Paul Components dropper lever, and it's in chrome, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever had a chrome bike part since, I don't know, maybe the 90s, but that's pretty cool. There's the Shimano brakes. I don't even remember what model number they are, and I can't see it right now, but they work great. They don't have quite as many bells and whistles as other brakes that I love a little bit more, but they work really well. And then these grips are ESI grips. I don't remember I think they're the Chunkies, but I've worn them out. I need to get some new ones. They're pretty good, but they do wear out, so I gotta get some new ones. Next to those, these are TOGS, and I've got a review on those up, and I like them. They're pretty lightweight, and you can actually just hold your thumb there. I really like them when I'm climbing. I don't use them so much when I'm braking. I usually wrap my thumb underneath, and then of course to shift you got to take your thumb off. But just a really comfortable spot, and I have them just a little bit loose so I can move them around just a tiny bit if I want to have a slightly different position. That's a XT rear shifter, and then I have a timber bell next to that, and I can't recommend these highly enough. You wouldn't believe how many hikers and trail runners and dog walkers have told me that they're so thankful I have this on my bike. I don't use it all the time. I can turn it on and off. I've got a review on this up on our channel, but highly recommended. I think my video is called $25 of kindness or something like that, because people really thought I was being super kind by having it on my bell. And they just pull off of the trail for you. You'll come up on them and they'll be, you know, way up there on the trail, and they'll be already off the trail, just waiting for you to go by. So pretty nice little perk using that bell, having people just clear the trail for you. The Night Rider Lumina Boost 1100 or 1100 Boost, it's a fantastic light. I've had this light for, I don't know, I feel like it's going on maybe 4 years now. No problems at all. Charges up just like it did day one. Lasts a super long time. I usually just have it on there when I'm riding the road. I put it on the flash mode so that drivers can see me. Most of the time when people get hit on their bike, it's not from behind necessarily, it's from people pulling out in front of you, and not seeing you when you're coming. So be safe out there, and use lights. They don't weigh that much, and they're handy. So I got a Thompson stem on there, and their top cap. I really like their machine top cap. It looks nice. Made in the USA, high quality. I've used Thompson stems for years. I think that's it for the cockpit. Oh, it's my Garmin Instinct GPS watch, and it's showing that I need to ride some more. I've only done 8.7 and 1,200 feet of climbing. So that's it for that. This is a 3 Toes Threadworks stem bag, and love it. I highly recommend them. They're a small mom and pop shop, mainly US stuff, handmade, and really good customer service. I've got a long-term review on this stem bag. They actually sent me a couple of them, and the first ones they sent me, there was a problem with them, and I discussed that in the video, and they made it right before I could even figure out that it was wrong. So that was pretty cool. So highly recommend 3 Toes Threadworks. I might need to get something else from them sometime soon, so stay tuned for that. The Manitou machete fork, it's I believe it's 120 millimeter travel. Air fork, 32 millimeter stanchions. It's a very lightweight fork for what it is. Wow, look at all those cobwebs I have on my bike. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's crazy. I was feeling them a little bit on the way here, but now that the sun's shining on them, there's a whole lot on the front there. Anyway, I can easily get distracted. That fork, it's great. It flexes a little bit, but not too bad. So lightweight, it's nice. I need to replace the seals on it. They're not getting too torn up, but some preventive maintenance is needed. This is the original wheel that came with the bike. Not much to say about it. I don't know what kind of hub that is, but it's been working fine. The Duroc 50 rim is great. Set up tubeless really easily. Oh wow, I'm just noticing I got a slash in the sidewall. Wow. So this is a Bontrager XR4 team issue 29 by 2.6, and they've been really durable. I've got a review coming out on those, but I might need to mention this slash in the sidewall. Huh. Anyway, when you go over your bike, you notice some things sometimes. I've also got another video coming up real soon, film that one as well, about do-it-yourself sealant. So if you want to make your own sealant, it works really well. That's a HEXLOCK SL through axle. It's a nice lightweight axle. Like the rear, I don't really use the quick release too often. Don't remove my wheels that often. And that's a 203 millimeter Ice Tech rotor, which is great. It's got steel on the outside and aluminum sandwiched in between, so it really dissipates the heat well. And I think that is about it. So if you have any questions about any of the items that I showed you on the Trek Stache and how I have it, or maybe why I have it, I've got some interesting choices here and there. Let me know. I'm carrying lots of water. I don't think I mentioned what I had in the stem bag, but I've got another water bottle in there. Just see the top barely in there, but I'm planning to do like 30 miles, so I want to have enough water. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Coming to you from the Circle Trail in Prescott, Arizona. I'm Nick from RideAlongside. Hey, I thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I've got some people who have been watching since day one when I've been posting up videos, and some of you who are just joining me now, but I really do appreciate all the views and all the likes that you guys have given me over the years, and it really encourages me to make more videos. So if you have liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this video at all, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I don't mind it at all. In fact, good feedback is much appreciated here on this channel. I do take it to heart, and if there's anything you guys are looking forward to me reviewing or anything I can help with, please let me know. That's why I'm here. It's to ride alongside all of you guys in life. So again, I'm Nick from RideAlongside. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll have more videos for you real soon.